Welcome to another thrilling Saturday night installment of Rage Across Birmingham. Episode 4, Part 4, Black Static. I'm thankful for everyone here watching, everyone that are here playing, everyone that watched Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War last night. That was such a great episode. I had to catch up on it because I fell asleep halfway through because, you know, some things happen like that. We've got our Garou here ready to roll. Before we get into a recap and get into playing, a few announcements. There are new shirts on thirsttrapmothman.threadless.com. It is the No Hate in Valhalla line. We've got no bigots in Valhalla, no racists in Valhalla, no TERFs in Valhalla, and no Nazis in Valhalla. They are going to be there forever and always until somebody says, hey, you can't say that. And I'll be like, yeah, I can. But go ahead and grab them. You can get a blanket that says that. You can get a skateboard deck that says that. You can get a sticker that says it. You can get a phone case. You can get a phone case like this one. You can get phone cases off of our web store. They're like this. Oh, mine's got fingerprints on it. But yeah. That says that. You can get T-shirts.
One?
You can get an Awooski T-shirt. You can get an Awooski hoodie.
I mean, an Awooski phone case.
You can get an Awooski phone case. Also, I have updated the Moonshiners file. So because our wonderful Shuns-The-Shiny let us know that on certain colors the font on the Moonshiners shirt doesn't show up as clearly. So I went ahead and I did a little bit of tweaking on the file. So now those are all tweaked and everything like that. Thank you, DK. Still gotta get your address so I can send you a replacement. DK will have a very limited edition misprint of that line of shirt. I'm sure that'll be very, very worth a lot down the line. Also, I have updated the Awooski shirt so it looks like the emote that's on our Discord. It's so instead of the one long Awooski, it says the Awoo and then ski below it. Like, so if you get it in blue, it looks like a Superman shirt because of the yellow and the red and like everything. It's great. It's fantastic. I'm also working on some other emotes and everything. But if you have any T-shirt ideas, let me know.
Just post them.
Just post them, and I'll make them. I'll throw you some kickback, all that good stuff.
Charlie, make gifts of us, Charlie.
Yeah.
Some of those sweet T-shirt dollars will end up in your pocket.
Exactly. You know.
Maybe.
I love collaborating with people. Also, I'm going to be putting up soon. We have a coming up. We're gonna be having more announcements this upcoming week about a new actual play that will be taking the place over Iron City by Night, called Crack the Sky Alpha, starting next Sunday. It's coming so soon. But speaking of Sundays, tomorrow night is the season finale of Iron City by Night. You can catch the
you guys.
You can catch the interlude that happened last week, the very tense and awkward interlude that happened last week when Altair went on a date. So you can check that out on YouTube now. You can just go check out on YouTube. You can see the previous episodes of this show and of all of our other great shows and like playthroughs, deep dives, or I can't call them deep dives. That's a different channel's programming. Dark depths, panels, all that good stuff. Go ahead and check out all that good stuff. Also, I am going to be retweeting for this week, but there are 2 shows that are in the works. There's a Monster Hearts 2 show that is going to be on Thursday nights here, run by one Natalie Putum of Charm Person Games. And we are casting for that right now. We've had some people put in an application, but you can go on our Twitter. I'll retweet it after the show, and I'll be retweeting it. But you can go, if you like Monster Hearts 2, if you love Natalie Putum, if you want to see that, then you can go and apply. And if you have a decent webcam and mic setup and everything like that, we can get you situated, get you taken care of. As well, there is going to be another game that is going to take the slot of this show. Once this one hits the ending for this potential season, this could just be a limited series, or it could be a series, who knows? But once we hit episode 6, there's going to be an open space, and there's going to be another show, and it's going to be run by one big dad using the city beneath system. We're taking applications for that right now. If you watch stream shows, if you watch shows like Monster Hearts, Gehenna Valley, or Iron City by Night, or Rage Across Birmingham, or Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War, or any of the other by night shows, Near Dark shows, if you watch Critical Role and you say, hey, I love tabletop role-playing games. I'm pretty good on a mic and camera. I've got personality and I've got something to say, and I want to play, and I want to be a part of a growing community in programming of shows. Then apply. We would love to have you. And just
as long as you don't have hate in your heart.
As long as you don't have hate in your heart. There's no room for hate.
Or turfs.
Or turfs. Or Nazis or anything like that. Yeah, if you're Nazi or turf, then you can just move on.
Get fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Die mad.
Yes. Weird hill for you to die on, but at least you're dead. But yeah, all that good stuff. So go ahead, go apply. And if you don't get picked, that's okay. Because we have your application. And we can get you for another show that might be coming up. I'm also going to be making a form. Against my better judgment, I'm going to be making a form. If you have an idea for a show you want to run or a game you want to run, I'm going to be making an application form that you can hit so you can send it to me. I can look over all the details of it. I can work with you, and we can get it on programming here. Because I want Carrion Comfort Studios to be a place where somebody's like, I have a good idea. I want to run this thing. And I'm going to be like, well, hey, shit, do it. Here you go. I might even produce it for you. Who knows?
All I said was, hey, I have a game idea. Cool. Let's post that shit up.
Yeah. That's literally what happened. Hey, I have a game idea. Tell me about it. Let's talk about it. And we did it. And it's great. It's happening. So, all that's happening. Iron City by Night tomorrow night. Crack the Sky Alpha next Sunday. Next Friday, more Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War. So many things. Virtual Horror Con's coming out. There's a schedule coming out soon. There's going to be a lot of amazing things happening that weekend. I took that whole weekend off. So, check it out. Some of us are going to be around there. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. WebRider might be there. Probably, definitely, more than likely, yeah.
Took off.
She took off.
I don't know if she'd be in a stream game, but she took off.
You can go to www.virtualhorrorcon.com right now, and to see the updates that they have for it, you can sign up for updates, or you can hop in Gehenna Gaming's Discord, and they have updates for it there. And you can say, oh my goodness, how do I sign up for this? Well, there's going to be in-person, there's not going to be anything in person, but there's going to be non-streamed games. We're going to have some streamed games, actual plays. It's going to be happening over here and over there and on Darker Days Radio. Go follow Darker Days Radio. Go follow all these people. I'm getting yelly. What I'm doing right now is I'm pumping myself up because we left off in a very extreme, high, tense situation. So I'm getting all this out here because I just got off of work. So I'm getting all of this going. But yeah. So yeah, check out Virtual HorrorCon. Apply for the Heart City Beneath. Apply for Monster Hearts 2. Comfort County High. I can say that. It's a show on my own stream. I can say the name of the stream. It's going to be great. Natalie Pudum is a wonderful, wonderful game master. Go check out Charm Person Games. Hop in our Discord. Get in the comments. We talk about stuff all the time in there. There's so much awesome shit happening. And it's happening online. If you're bored, then you're boring. I think Harvey Danger said that before. But yeah, tabletop's in a renaissance, and we're all having a good time. Speaking of renaissances, what happened last time on Rage Across Birmingham, a Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition actual play? I'll tell you. Our Garou pack got together with the survivors from the Guiding Light Laboratories attack. bringing Grippa and the other three. And there they were greeted by not only one of Sergei's many cousins, but also Rock and Pretty Boy, also known as Kenneth, from Montgomery. There, they let them know exactly what was happening, why they gave them a phone call, what happened to Grippa. And afterwards, they all went their separate ways to bed down for the night. And that, Digs-Thru-Dumpsters, went and helped out along with the homeless community in Birmingham, maintaining that area, helping those that have been affected by the worm that did not know it or have been touched by the taint of the worm, but they just needed a little guiding hand. Shuns-The-Shiny went and connected with a friend of his at a local homeless shelter, the Firehouse Mission. Sergei crashed on a family member's couch with a very overly aggressive cat. And Grace made her way back to her apartment, where for a moment, before going inside and learning a little bit more and cracking into the files that she had found at Guiding Light, saw a flayed man staring at her from across the street. She blinked, then he was gone. Afterwards, they all gathered back together at a local Waffle House in 5 Points South, sat down, had a meal, stole some bacon from each other, and kind of figured out what they were going to do next. Kind of tried to center up everything, kind of to refocus. Digs-Thru-Dumpsters went and dug through a dumpster, found some gifts, handed out some things to the local homeless population as well, things that he didn't need, and was waiting for them all to meet him outside when he noticed, while they were in Grace's car, a red news television news van was staring at them, following or driving slowly behind them, kind of taking into within the car. So Alex got behind the wheel of the car, decided to give chase, and that led up towards Vulcan, to where, not understanding how hairpin turns work, the driver of the news van rolled the van down the side of the mountain, landing in a local single father's backyard. There, they drive down to see exactly who was in the van. Grace, even though she had a crack to her laptop, was able to crack into the files that had been encrypted that she had gained from Guiding Light, learning a little bit more about Operation Anvil and who exactly Guiding Light was. Sergei and Diggs got out of the car, went to go investigate the van, grabbing bullets, hard drives, and a helpless member of Guiding Light's security team. We don't know who he might be. Somebody important that almost tried to cyanide pill himself. There, they were fleeing the scene when 2 black SUVs drove past them, realized that there was something off about the car that had 4 people in it, turned, and gave pursuit. Last thing they noticed was there was a man in the passenger seat of this SUV starting to lean out with an assault rifle. And that's where we pick up now. So Diggs, you're in the back of this hatchback, this car, this good, reliable Subaru Outback, I believe. Did we say that it was a Subaru Outback?
We did indeed say it was a Subaru Outback, and I believe the chat decided it was yellow.
As a yellow Subaru Outback.
Wanting it to be a Subaru Baja.
A Baja. I think, is that a...
Really?
They wanted a Baja.
Can you put 4 people in a Baja?
No, they wanted a Baja, but we did not give them a Baja.
All right, so it's a yellow Subaru Outback.
Yeah, we
Oh,
compromised
you see chat's pulling up right now about
yeah.
Baja.
It's literally one person in chat, and it's Leslie. It's the person who brought it up last time. What you can notice, I want to tell you, you're not even going to have to roll perception on this, because I'm just going to just straight up give it to you, is you see the gentleman who is in the passenger seat lean out of the window, and what he has is an assault rifle of sorts. You can see the magazine clearly, and there's a grip on the front of it to help stabilize, and he's got a strap on it. He wraps the strap around his forearm, and he brings up, and you can see that there's a scope on it, and there's a silencer. So, before he fires, you each have an action that you can take care of. I'm going to say this we're hitting bullet time right now. You know, werewolves have hyper acute senses, so we're going to translate this in like it's kind of slowing down. So, each of you have something that you can do right now. Diggs, I think you should go first since you're the one that sees the automatic rifle in this man's hands, and then the rest can play off of that information.
I am going to look around in the back of this vehicle for something I can throw.
Go ahead and give me a perception and alertness check. Investigation. Perception investigation.
Grenade launcher back there?
Okay.
The grenade launcher is in the car.
Yeah.
I could totally throw the grenade launcher.
Don't you put that grenade launcher? We can hand it to Grace, who could probably use it.
All right, what am I looking for, Wes?
All right, difficulty. That's going to be difficulty 3.
I got 5 successes then.
Hell yeah, perfect. Yeah, you're right there. You're cramped in it. You got to move the unconscious guy with the broken jaw around a little bit. But I'm just going to list you out right now. The big thing that you notice is all the fucking guns that are back here. You have your own like hunting rifles, shotguns, pistols, and the grenade launcher that you grabbed, and the sniper rifle that you grabbed from Grippa's like apartment, her HQ, her hangout, her home base, her safe house. Those are the things that stand out the most. You also see a car jack. There is one of the tire irons, the crossed tire irons. Grace, what are some other things that Grace would have in the back of her Subaru Outback?
There's also like a first aid kit. There's some road flares. There's a what?
Paper towels.
Paper towels. Probably some Clorox wipes. And I'm just listing things that are in my car.
That's perfectly fine.
These are all in her car. There's also a snow shovel, but she wouldn't have that.
I haven't had a car in a year. I don't know. I don't know what's in a car anymore.
And one of those like little kits that you can use to break a windshield. Like if you're stuck in a car. When it flips, like you're supposed to have like this little thing to break the windshield to get out.
A roadside assistance kit.
Yeah, a roadside assistance kit.
She has all of those in her actual car, plus a child's a car seat.
I'm also going to throw in some extras that you can see back here. They've been moved from the back seat, but you do see there's some like old computer parts and stuff, some hard drives that she's got to go dump somewhere that have had holes drilled into them, so they're useless. Things of that nature. There's a keyboard that's been broken in half because you dropped the unconscious man on top of it. Some other things like that.
It's cool. I am gonna reach under this unconscious man and grab the tire iron.
Okay.
And I am gonna try and take out that windshield.
Okay, so you were in the back of a hatchback. Are you gonna pop that hatchback open?
I was just gonna go right out the window.
You're gonna break the window and then toss it?
I mean, I don't have to break it. It goes down.
The side window.
The side? No. So you're in the trunk.
Oh, all right.
Well, yeah, you got in the trunk with the body.
That's
at
right.
The end,
yeah.
To save time, you're like, I'm just gonna climb in after him.
Yeah.
We will try and open that trunk then.
Okay. All right. Cool. I've got that. All right. Are you gonna say gun or anything like that?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Just real quick, everybody in the car hears gun, and then some rooting around back there. Knowing this, who wants to go next?
I will go next. I will take a picture and send it to Grippa saying, "Hey, we're being chased."
Okay, you're gonna go ahead take a good selfie.
No, of like the assault rifle.
Okay.
Can I do it as a selfie?
Yeah, you can do it as a selfie.
Yeah.
And like you send it to her, it's like, hey, we're being chased, and you send it to, and it's you doing like a blue, your best blue steel, and then you see Diggs like looking kind of like worried, rooting around for something, because you're in the back seat, and then you just see the SUV right behind it with a guy leaning out that's wearing like a button up and elbow pads. And
No,
like Oakley's tactical sunglasses and like a thing in his ear, just leaned out with a rifle.
No duck lips in your selfie.
He's got a soft duck lip, a tasteful duck lip, the model face, where you smile, then you drop your smile, and then you raise your eyebrows, your model look, like that. All right, and then Grace and Shuns, what are y'all doing?
I turn to since Diggs is calling gun. I'm gonna try to like accelerate and drive swerve around to make us a harder target.
Perfect. All right.
And also just turn and be like, "Can you shut their engine down?"
Perfect.
To WebRider.
Can you shut their engine down? I don't think you can shut their engine down. WebRider. You can try. It is. You can try.
How would you try?
I don't know. I do not have the. Glasswalkers have a ton of really awesome gifts that allow them to do stuff like that. Grace does not currently have any of them.
Also,
I'm saving up for something.
GM technology would shut our car down too.
Also the gift from last night where you're like, I can jack into anything or whatever. You have gone to sleep, so that has gone effectively worn off until you try it again.
But would I be able to use plug and play to hack into the SUVs behind us? Are they high tech enough?
For right now, all you can tell right now is that you're more than welcome to give me an intelligence drive roll.
Sure. We can try that. Because if they look high tech enough to pull that off, I will attempt to.
Excellent.
What's the threshold for success?
Threshold for success is going to be a 5.
That is one success.
One success. It looks like a Escalade, from what you can tell. You're like, it's a blacked out Escalade. They seem souped up just from what you're hearing out the window. That engine sounds aftermarket as fuck, but that's about all you can tell with the one success.
I'm just going to say to Dick, sorry, not my wheelhouse. And then because it looks like we're going to get a little funky here, she's going to make sure she has backed up what she has already uncovered. And try to cut to the chase on her search a bit. And she saw the footage of Grippa getting grabbed.
Yes.
And you said there was information about their sort of headquarters in Paris and a couple other places like that.
Yep.
She wants to sort of download that stuff to a zip to send to Grippa in case something happens and they don't make it out of here. She wants Grippa to have that information so they can do something about that.
Perfect. All right, I need intelligence computers from you. That's going to be difficulty 4.
There's one more thing I can do.
Okay.
While I'm doing this, since I have metamorph, I want to drop the seat back a little bit and shift into Glabro.
Perfect. Yeah. Just real quick, just like in one swift motion, the camera pans down to your hand. You see the seat like slips back, and we come back to you, and you're kind of like bulging against your clothes a little bit as you're in Glabro form. I'm going to need you to roll me a dexterity drive check, and that's going to be difficulty 5.
Would lightning reflexes help here?
It would. Yes, it would.
Okay, so that gives me an extra die?
Gives you an extra die, yes.
Positions, okay.
And then as soon as we get those successes, I'll get digs.
Okay, what's the threshold?
That's a 5. Yeah.
10s explode? Is that a thing?
10s explode.
10s explode.
4.
4. All right. Digs.
Yo.
I'm going to need you to give me a dexterity.
If he's throwing it, it's athletics.
Athletics, yeah. Dexterity, athletics. Difficulty, it was going to be a difficulty 6. But with the 4 successes on the drive and everything, you're all kind of working in together. It's going to be a difficulty 5 as well for you.
And can I spend a willpower? Because I don't want to screw this up.
Perfect. You can go for it. Definitely.
All right, cool. So with the willpower, that will be 4.
4. All right. Perfect. Okay, I gotta make a roll real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get into the nitty gritty of narrating this. So,
I'm sorry. Before we do that, you had wanted me to make a roll for the technology stuff she was doing.
yes.
What was the threshold for that roll?
That was 4 for you. Yes.
I have
difference of
1,
4.
2,
Yeah.
3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Perfect. All right. So, this all kind of happens all at once. Grace, as you're like typing in and you're moving all these files over and like zipping them and everything, getting them ready to put them in a zip file, you hear the wind start rushing into the back of your car as Diggs has opened up the hatchback of your Subaru Outback, and you see the paper towel roll fall out, and it starts rolling on the street and unspooling in the street. And the lead SUV gets out of the way of the paper towel real quick. And like the guy that's in the passenger seat like looks into the driver's side and goes, just like does like that, and then goes back to aiming. Alex, you see a turn coming up. You're in a neighborhood right now. And it's kind of like a hilled neighborhood. 5 Points is on is in the middle of like an incline. And it kind of plateaus out a little bit, and then it goes up to another incline as you go to Vulcan. So right now you're going down a hill, and you go ahead and you hit the e-brake, and then you start turning towards the college, the University of Alabama in Birmingham. But you hit
This freaking Outback.
yeah, in an Outback, and so you pull the e-brake and you turn in towards an alley. And Diggs, for a moment, you're focused. And you knew that there was going to be something coming up. It's almost like Gaia was speaking to you. The ground was speaking up through the rubber and everything to you. And so you kind of overcompensate the tire iron. You pick it up and you throw it. And you're not aiming it at the SUV or anything like that. You're aiming to where it's going to be. So as the Subaru Outback peels and drifts into this alleyway, you see the SUVs following behind you, and they turn, and you've already thrown it, and this tire iron is boomeranging through the air essentially, and this guy corrects, and he's about to shoot out the tire, and then you just hear a beep as the tire iron hits him right in the head, and you see him just like go and like almost drop the rifle, and he's like leaning out the door, and he's a little bit knocked out. So that gives you a little bit of respite now, but you're still being chased. What are y'all doing now?
Fuck, I was aiming for the windshield.
This is better. He's better.
So we're in a neighborhood. All right.
Yeah, you're going towards right now. You're going in the neighborhood, and you were heading towards the cairn. You were taking the long way around, just in case anybody follows you. But you're going to be cutting right across the university campus. I will let y'all know that it is in the middle of the day as well. That's probably why they're not trying to full lives arm fire. They're relying on one guy with a rifle right now to take you out. Because if this was at nighttime or whatever, then they would probably do full automatic weapons and everything. And
What you're saying is the grenade launcher is probably not the best next action.
look, I'm not going to say anything.
We are not your average wolf pack, okay?
Yeah, you're not your average. You can do what you want to do. There's no masquerade you've got to uphold, all right? You're
Very
Garou,
true.
damn it. You're Garou.
Listen, the grenade launcher still wouldn't breach the masquerade. Unless we caught the grenade with celerity or something.
Okay, fair.
All right.
Sergei will take hostage and drag him into seats so he does not fall out back.
You go ahead and grab the hostage who's knocked out and drag him into the seat with you. And he's just kind of leaned up against you now. And you just like fucking punch him again.
Make sure he's down.
Yeah, you punch him real quick, and he was like leaned up against you, and you just kind of like push him over to the door, and then punch him like rabbit punch him real quick. He's definitely knocked out again. He was already knocked out, but he's definitely knocked out.
Double knocked out.
Double
I think-
knocked out.
Is that a double negative?
I think our best bet is to go to the campus.
Karen?
Campus.
No, the campus. I start driving there.
You go ahead and turn and everything. You can hear sirens in the background. Go ahead and give me a perception alertness check, please, Shuns.
What's the diff?
The diff is 4.
2, 3.
3?
Yeah.
You're turning towards the campus, and your ears are kind of tuned a little bit, and you can hear there are sirens off in the distance towards your right, as if whoever's driving in that vehicle has called in, radioed in something, or somebody, and you can kind of intuit that they're gonna have backup. It's just 2 SUVs now, but those SUVs are gonna turn into 3 or 4.
Right.
What are we doing next, Diggs? You're back there, and you can see that the SUVs are like kind of going, and like Diggs is like starting to turn into traffic now. Like the neighborhood is starting to turn a little bit more high density traffic area, so you're kind of bobbing and weaving in between cars and everything. And these SUVs are keeping up pace. And you can see the guy starting to come to that's in the passenger side. Like the driver was kind of holding onto his belt and pulling him in, but he's starting to come to a little bit, and he's got like the rifle loosely hanging on his arm.
At this point, I'm gonna reach back up into the seat and grab the car jack,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and throw this in a way that they have to swerve in front of or into the other SUV.
All right. Okay. Go ahead and give me. Give me a wits. Ooh. It's good. Give me a wits and oh my goodness, that's really good. Okay. Yeah, give me a wits and athletics here real quick.
Okay.
And it's going to be difficulty 5.
All right. We got 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. Now, go ahead and give me a dexterity athletics.
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
1 success.
1 success. You go ahead and grab the car jack, and you just kind of toss it out, and so it's going to. You're throwing it into a way that they were going to have to swerve into the other car. Before it even gets to them where they have to swerve, a car pulling out of a restaurant nearby pulls out and hits the car and like almost hits the car jack and like stops, and the lead SUV hits the side of that car.
Oh. Collateral damage.
And like usually when that happens, that's going to stop the SUV. It's going to stop both cars. Weirdly enough, you see the car hit the SUV, or the SUV hit the car, and the car crumples in and then flips over the SUV. And like kind of like rolls over off the top of it, and then like back onto the street, and the SUV has a couple of scratches on it, but it does not look very damaged too much. Got some sturdy framework that they've probably translated into not a lot of fiberglass on this thing.
The grenade launcher is looking better and better.
Anybody else got anything?
At this point, I would like to spend a willpower for plug and play for the day.
Excellent. Go ahead and do that.
Yes. And I just want to check in with you about how you're willing to let me use this ability. Because it's kind of crazy.
It is.
Would you let me hack some traffic lights?
So, nothing's too out of this world because we are playing Werewolf the Apocalypse. So, you are a hacker. You've worked in the city for a while, so I'm assuming that
She's
you have
probably hacked them before.
hacked into the city mainframe, traffic mainframe, that kind of thing. I say mainframe like I know what the fuck that is. I mean, I know what a mainframe is, but you know, but that kind of that kind of central system, a little bit. All right, you've hacked into the city systems before. You have that with you, so plug and play works with that. I will ask for you to make me an initial computer intelligence roll for that, but it's only going to be difficulty 4.
And I have a hacking specialty.
And you have the hacking specialty. Yes.
Great.
So go ahead and do that just to see, because you are in a moving car and everything like that, and there's a lot of stuff going on.
What did you say diff was?
Diff was 4.
Okay. So that's 1,
So
2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
5 successes. As this is going on, as you hear like the crunch of a car crash behind you, you're like typing away and you're focused, and very quickly, very easily, it seems like they haven't even changed their login from the last time that you've been in there. You're able to log into the city systems database and everything, and you're able to manipulate traffic lights as you see fit now for this drive, making it a little bit easier for Alex.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make sure we don't hit a red, and if possible, try to block them a little bit. Like if I can also have ways open, and I'll see like where like maybe we should go, and maybe where I can generate a pile up or something to keep these SUVs off us a little bit.
Perfect.
Unless we're trying to lead them somewhere. Like Grace is going to shout, "Do we have a plan?"
Perfect.
I'm driving.
Always have a plan.
Alex, you're coming up on the on campus now, and we're in the fall. School is fully in session. There are students going to class, and you can see that there's a red light, and there are students crossing the street going from the student center over to the green, the main campus green, where a lot of the buildings are for the administration. Grace, you go ahead and hit a green light so that you have the green light, but there's also cars there that are like kind of confused. They're like, what? And you can see some kids running past. Alex, you're going to have to do a little bit of driving finesse to get through so you make sure you don't hit any students or anything like that. Go ahead and give me a dexterity driving check. I will be doing the same for these SUVs.
What is the diff?
The diff, since you do have Grace helping you out, kind of telling you where to go, things that are happening, the diff is only going to be a 4.
So I got 4 successes.
4 successes, perfect. Grace, you see that there are police coming up soon, coming up ahead. So probably the highway is not the best way to go, the interstate. So, you are driving through and you bring up the Subaru and it gets kind of bumpy for you back there, Diggs. Like you kind of bump up and then like you just see you like go up and you see like the box that has the guns kind of go up as well. And as you go up on the curve and like you're like weaving through a bicycle rack and there's a couple of students just to go around this crosswalk, and there's like students scattering and everything like that, enough that one scatters into the street and the driver of the lead SUV, you can almost see his face through the tinted window there, Diggs, as you see his give like a look of surprise and then like swerve, and the SUV turns a little bit too sharp, and it tilts and it rolls over on its side and it rolls into a car, and like you see the student standing there in the street holding up like a book, like the only expensive thing that he has is his book. But the other SUV is still on your tail, but a little bit more delayed. You've put more distance in between yourself. Coming up, there's an interstate on ramp, or you can go through a part of town that's it's like an industrial part of town on the edge. It would take a little bit longer to get to the cairn, but it would probably be easier to lose them. Or you can have the interstate, and you have the chance of, driving them into some other traffic or some other route.
Grace, once she sees the information about the cops on the interstate, she'll relay that. She'll just gonna be like, so there's like cops on the interstate and traffic cameras, and she's gonna see if there's red light cameras. She wants to see if she can get pictures of these people's faces. If that means she's going to be focused less on ways for a second or two, that's fine. But she wants to be able to run their faces later.
Perfect.
Which way am I going?
I don't know, but we lost one.
Grace will give direction. I don't know.
You tell him to avoid the interstate and go through that other part of town.
All right, I'll do that.
Quickly.
Sergei's flipping them off out the window.
Just looking out the window and just doing this. Oh God, the mad Russian king.
Eat a shit.
Do not go to school. Go to tech program instead. All this
No,
good
I
stuff.
would never say that. Vocational programs create a strong middle class.
As you're all driving through, you turn and you do another drift turn beside a gas station, and then step on the gas, leading into there's by a train yard. It's an old abandoned train yard, and there's a bridge across it. The road goes under this bridge, comes back up on the other side. I'm going to need another dexterity driving check from you here, Alex. Dexterity, it's going to be difficulty 5.
So 3.
3. You start leaving from the city. You can kind of step on it a little bit. It's a rundown suburb. There's a lot of abandoned houses and closed up buildings and businesses and stuff like that. And you get a little bit more distance in between you and the other SUV. Diggs, as you're recognizing that you are not in not in a well-populated area anymore, it seems like this SUV got the same idea. And on this SUV, though they're losing a little bit of speed, you see a side door open on this SUV.
Shit.
And you're like, side door? When does an SUV have a side door? And then a chair comes out from the side, and you see a guy sitting in the chair. He's kind of hefty, kind of a big guy, and he's sitting behind not like a minigun or something like that, but it looks like a turret of some sort, and you realize that there's a hook at the end of it.
Oh.
What are we doing?
I am definitely not the best one to fire a grenade launcher, but that's what we're gonna do.
I was gonna say, give me a turn and I can do it.
Got it.
But-
Y'all got it. Y'all got to turn if y'all want to hop in.
If I use leadership, can I boost his dice pool?
Yeah, go for it.
I will try.
Sergei-
I will give
Sergei.
inspiring speech of strength of dumpster dog. Challenge in face of adversity. You may not be good at much, but when it matters, you count. You'll do this. Diggs, I believe in you.
Give me a charisma leadership roll there.
I'm gonna spend a point of will.
Go ahead and spend a willpower. All right, difficulty 5.
That's one success.
1 success.
Not your
I
best speech
rolled
ever.
2 1s and 2 successes.
Oh my goodness. Diggs, you go ahead and grab this grenade launcher, and it's not like one of the ones that it's the tubes that are in the cylinder. It's not a cylinder launcher, like you see in the modern day stuff. This is a Vietnam War era tube launcher I think it's
the
M29.
Thumper.
The Thumper, exactly, the M29.
Or do we
Yes.
have a China Lake? The pump action
it's,
one.
It's not the China Lake, no. It is a little bit less. It's a little bit
That's
less.
right. We know guns. We're cool.
So you go ahead, and it has the flip-up sight on it, and it's the breakaway tube, and you see that there is one round that's in it. You look around, and you notice that they didn't grab the belt that had the grenade, like the grenade belt on there, so you've got one round. One shot here. Now, you were given a speech by Sergei. It's not lowering the difficulty, but I will give you an extra dice.
Yeah!
I need you to give me a dexterity firearms roll. All right?
Yep.
Difficulty 6.
Yeah.
Willpower. We don't want to botch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I spend a willpower on
You can
this?
spend a willpower. Yes, you may.
All right, cool.
Otherwise, this might end in a ball of fire.
I might just kill us all.
Well, looks like Race Across Birmingham was only 4 episodes.
I got 3 successes with the willpower.
Hot fuck!
3. Hot fuck indeed.
That's a shirt.
Hot fuck! All right. You said you got 3 successes?
3.
My man, I only rolled 2 successes on an ability to dodge it. Where are you aiming at?
I am aiming for that seat.
You're aiming for the seat. Good. All right. Let me kind of take it cinematic. Like, okay, good. Because if you said you were aiming for the car itself, then it would have been a little bit of a different story that we're telling here. You aim, whatever, and the words of Sergei holler like they echo in your ear. You can do this, and you just kind of close your eyes and breathe, and then you open one, and then you just, toom, and then you just real quick like a softball, softly leaving this grenade launcher, and you see it land on the lap of the guy with the turret, and you see his head look down. He shoots the turret, and a grappling hook shoots out, like this hook shoots out, and it misses the car by mere inches, and then hits a car that's parked on the side of the street. And then the side of it explodes as this chair explodes, and the turret explodes and everything, and parts of this guy go flying everywhere. As you see this SUV, the as it's driving, the shockwave of the grenade going off beside it pushes it to the side, so it pushes into another car for a little bit, and you can see it stall out as you all drive away, making your way to the cairn.
I want to send Grippa, if I can, somehow a selfie of the explosion with me in it. I just solved it.
I will say in true Sergei fashion, always willing to take a picture of a good moment.
That's how much I believed in Diggs.
You can. That's how. Yeah, you had immediately gave him that speech, grabbed your phone, and you were waiting for the opportune moment to take this. Where you see in this photo, you see Diggs holding the grenade launcher with surprise in his face, and you just see a fireball on the side of this SUV, and you see there's like a man's arm floating through the air as well.
And I'm already in like the city's traffic stuff. I want to make sure that there aren't like any clear records of us or my vehicle license plate.
Okay.
For anyone else to find.
Most definitely. You go ahead and you're going through, and you're going in through their security and everything, because you got plug and play. You're going in through their security, and you were able to go through and scrub any of the traffic cameras or anything like that had your car involved with anything. It will be
Awesome.
It'll be interesting to see how they cover this up.
And at this point, Diggs will delicately shut the trunk and just stick that grenade launcher right into his coat.
Perfect. And you know what? There's a little hanging dangly thing on your coat that's like where you can hang something in it, and the end of the grenade launcher has a hoop on it, so you're able to just hang it into your coat, and it just kind of fits in your big like homeless man duster that you have. And you all drive to the Carrion, to Red Mountain Park, to the Old Crow Moon Tree. The Old Crow Moon Tree. As you pull up, Alex, into the parking lot, you see Grippa, who is bandaged up around her waist. She's got the Linda Hamilton Terminator 2 vibes of like the sports bra, the cargo pants, sunglasses, backwards hat though, and she's like her ribs are bandaged up a little bit. And you see she's standing there with a assault rifle of some sort. And she's with a few other Garou. You can see Rock and Kenneth standing there. Kenneth is not wearing a suit. He's wearing a button-down shirt with he's rolling his sleeves up. And you can see some of the Garou are starting to take shirts off and stuff like that as you all pull up in your car. Take it away. And they're standing there, and Grippa's like, where are they at? Where are they at? And moving up towards your Subaru and banging on the hood and takes a shooting position.
Oh, they're
I send second message, Grippa.
What?
I send second message.
You see her pull out a flip phone. She flips it open. She looks at it and she goes, are they taken care of?
The one's definitely dead.
WebRider would have checked up on the other one, the flipped one. Was there... And she actually would have made sure that there was emergency services sent to them, essentially just to tie them up a little bit longer. So they should be at least tied up for a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
And
you notice the campus police and some of the students that were trying to help them out, and the guys in the car were trying to wave them away from the SUV and everything. But yeah, they're tied up right now, or they were last time you checked.
You have gifts.
Diggs will grip up the dude who's in the back here and just shove him face first into the window and be like, "This one's still alive."
He's gifts.
Rock goes, okay, let's go ahead and grab him. Let's go ahead, park the car. Let's make sure this looks clean and everything like that. And Kenneth says, on it. And you see Kenneth go over to a Audi. Very nice car. Opens up the trunk to it and brings out a bag, closes it, and he goes to the open hatchback and goes, can I help you out, sir? To Diggs. And he offers a hand to Diggs.
He called me sir. I am going to take his hand and climb out of the trunk.
He pulls you out of the trunk. He closes the hatchback, and you see him drop his bag, and he unzips it, and you see he's got a power drill, and you see there's a bunch of license plates and other things in it, and he grabs, and he unscrew. You start hearing him unscrew your license plate, Grace, as you're getting out of the car and everything.
I mean, you can do that, but I already scrubbed the traffic cams.
No. This is much cleaner. It's fine.
Okay.
And just he's gotta double down, darling. Gotta double down.
They may remember license plate, Grace.
Yeah.
Also, Grippa, you want guns back?
What guns?
Never mind.
You can tell me later. Let's take the hike. And she and Rock.
The grenade launcher was lost. Also, can we have rest of grenades? It's for science experiment.
Well, why would you need grenades if grenade? We'll talk about it.
Kill worm.
You start making your way up towards the Old Crow Moon Tree. You see that there have been some tents and other camping accoutrements that have been pitched up in the area, just surrounding the tree itself. And there are a lot of other, just there's people that have food going and everything. you can see the 3 wolves that were kind of like stuck in their transformation stages and everything like that in between are being tended to. They seem to be looking more normal, but it seems like the recovery for them is taking a little bit longer. Rock turns as they get to the tree and he goes, "So what the hell happened? Grippa was telling us that you were being followed or something?"
I will tell glorious tale, but first, Grace, there is milk crate full of hard drives you should be going through.
Where?
In car, we stole from van.
Oh, you brought me sweets. That's so
Yes,
nice.
also bullets. Figure out what they are for. And if
Bullets are
silver.
not my thing.
Oh my god. What is your thing then?
She just sort of shakes the milk crate at you and goes, "What do you think?" And then she sits down and starts going through that information.
Excellent. So the milk crate is in the car with the 3 hard drives and everything like that. But you do have your laptop with like the all the files and everything. Rock's like, "Okay, so somebody was following you. What happened? Why were people following you?"
Oh, we were following Worm. You heard? I don't remember the company, the
Red News.
Red
the
News?
company's name.
Red News.
Red News. We know Worm. Then suddenly they crash to attack surveyors. Shuns kidnapped man, breaks jaw. I don't know why breaks jaw. That's Shuns. Diggs, sorry.
He was
Habit. You usually punch people.
He was trying to do that thing that the other one did that made his mouth all foamy, and then he went. Bleh.
Yes. He tried to get rabies, but Diggs stopped it. And then the SUV follow. And then they terrible drive, and then they blow up. It's usual day.
So
I'll tell you a story now of my ancestor who used to run vodka for soldier for morale purpose.
so-
First,
Grippa goes, "Sergei, it's not going to be necessary. I appreciate
too
it.
late.
though."
I'm already telling tale.
So, presumably while Sergei is still talking and gesticulating about his ancestor, Grace is going to start sharing the information that she pulled out from, like the stuff she was hacking while she was going on, like during the chase. And she's going to say, "So what's been happening here is called, what was it, Operation Amble?" And she's going to open that back up and like try to look at the files, like their plan, like stuff that they were planning on doing, but they haven't maybe done it yet, or if there's a location in Birmingham concerning that.
So as you're piecing this stuff together, go ahead and give me a. Go ahead and give me.
I'm looking for a target.
Go ahead and give me a wits and who.
Maybe you should target that posture of yours. It's with somebody doing posture check.
Ooh, thank you for that. Go ahead and give me a wits and survival check, intelligence survival check. Here, difficulty 5. As Grippa is kind of sat beside you and like you're kind of going through everything, you showed her like the video because she asked to see it, the video of Operation Anvil, and you can see her kind of like wincing at when they bagged her and everything like that.
What did you say the diff was?
5.
That is 1 success. Oh, no, wait, 10s explode.
10s explode.
2
If you
successes.
2 successes. So you go ahead and you go through, and you're kind of going through everything, and you find out that there's a contingency base for them. It's actually outside the city. They had set up an FOB of sorts, in case.
What does that mean?
Forward operating base.
base.
As if like it was like an invasion of some sorts. But there's a old shipping and handling business that's called Hart Brothers, shipping and handling and trucking. That is in like the Irondale area, but it's out in the woods someplace. And apparently that was their bug out area. That's like the first place that they kind of like bought and moved into before they started moving and like rebuilding and reconstructing. It's probably where they were housed and headquartered before they were like moving into the office building at Regiment's Harbor. And it has the details of where it's at. Nothing on like troop schedules or anything like that, but it has like connections of like, hey, this is where to go. Hey, this is where we'll take specimens in case like we need to bug out of the city real quick.
So she's going to open that up and any information on that location and say, okay, so this is their backup location in Birmingham. So they could have more people there.
Mm-hmm.
They could be falling back there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's lots of other stuff. And I had sent you, when we were like in the chase thing, I had sent you information about their headquarters in Paris.
Yeah.
So you guys have that. And there's a lot of other information that I'll like put on zip drives so we can disseminate it for, like around wherever that needs to happen. So yeah.
Okay. It's a lot. Okay. No, this is good. This is good. We should hit this place. Grippa says. She stands up. We should hit it tonight. Don't you agree?
Okay.
Rock has been listening to Sergei give this tale about the vodka and everything like that, and the cousin and everything, and he goes, wait, hit it tonight? We don't have like a plan or anything. Grippa goes, so? Do you think they had a plan when they came and grabbed me? And she points to you four.
Prize is the best plan.
We always have plan.
Always have plan. Rock goes, look, you're the pack leader in these parts, so it's your call, but I don't think it's smart for us to be running into everything like this half-cocked. Grippa goes, we're not half-cocked though, right? I mean, we've got all the information we can need right here. She points to Grace's laptop. She's good job, Grace.
He wants to make a comment.
Mm-hmm. Rock goes, fair enough. I'll go ahead and get everyone else ready for whatever, but you all talk amongst yourselves about what you want to do. And he looks at all of you and he goes, good job. It's nice to know that Birmingham's not a bunch of fuck-ups like we thought. And like kind of turns and walks off to his own people. So, at this point, I am going to distribute some renown to you all. Renown is, very rude. Yeah. Renown is a part of Werewolf, the system, where over the course of the Chronicle, you can get temporary renown, which can accumulate into permanent renown. So when you get temporary stuff, if you amass 10 temporary points in one category, then you get a permanent point of, you get 1 point of permanent renown. And you can always lose and gain stuff. So I've kind of tallied up everything, and we're going to kind of go through, and I'm going to show mechanically, because I think it's always cool to be able to show how a game is run mechanically in an actual play. You don't see that in a lot of the big actual plays here and stuff. So I've got the charts of renown and everything like that. So we're going to go through one by one here. Alex, due to defeating minions of the worm without regard to personal safety, due to permanently destroying a threat to Gaia, which was the lab in Guiding Light, and due to facing adversity without standing down, you have gained 7 glory, 3 honor, and 5 wisdom.
Just temporary, right?
Temporary. Once you accumulate 10 of each of these, you can turn that into permanent renown. Sergei.
That's me.
Due to attacking a minion of the worm without regard to personal safety, defeating a formidable supernatural threat of the worm, and leading to the destruction of, a taint involved with the worm, as well as leading a rite of the passing. Yes.
What about making the entire world cry twice?
Yeah, making the entire world cry as well. Yeah.
Shout out to Davnik.
Oh yeah, for doing that math. Yes,
Yeah,
shout
Davnik
out-
did that math for us. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to you, Davnik, for doing that math. Performing a gripping and heart-ripping rite, as well as showing leadership skills in the face of adversity. You have gained 5 glory, 7 honor, and 1 wisdom. Diggs,
What honor?
7 honor. Sorry. Digs-Thru-Dumpsters. 4, using a fetish for the good of the sept of the tribe. 4, defeating an enemy of the worm, or a minion of the worm. 4, assisting Garou in need, as well as doing your best to remove the taint of the worm in your community. You have gained 4 glory, 6 honor, and 4 wisdom. Grace. 4, using your skills to learn more about the worm and its taint in your area. 4, upholding the litany. 4, lending to your tribe's success and your sept's success, and using your skills to help gather information to help also save and rescue Garou in the area, as well as utilizing your skills to help defeat minions of the worm, and as well as removing taint for the worm. You have gained 4 glory, 4 honor, and you would have gained 9 wisdom, but since you are how you are, and you are ignoring one's wolf nature for too long, you have only gained 7 wisdom.
Fair.
Excellent. And these are something that I'm going to be keeping up with you for a little bit more. But yeah. Yeah, and the renown system is not great for a limited series, but there's a possibility that the series could keep going at some point after we go through. So, depends. All right, so there's your renown and everything. And you were all given your XP and everything from each sessions and all that jazz. So if you've spent that on anything or if you're saving it up and banking it, let me know. But yeah, so now you have the cairn to your, well, not to yourselves because there's a lot of people camping here. There's Garou from Montgomery hanging out around here. So we have a few minutes to discuss your next plan of actions. Well, we have more than a few minutes. But I want to go ahead and take this time to go ahead and take a bio break, 5 minutes, and then we'll be right back, and then you can all discuss on what to do next. All right? I'd like to thank you all for staying tuned with us and watching. We will be right back with more Rage Across Birmingham, so don't go anywhere, but do please use the restroom, get some more water, grab you a drink, grab you your honey or your sweetie that's with you, whether that be a cat or somebody else or a significant other. Grab some snacks, and we will be back very soon. Yeah. Catch you soon. We'll be right back. with more Rage Across Birmingham. I hope everybody had a decent bio break. I know we all did. How's everybody feeling? That's a hefty
lovely
book. That's a lovely
Dude.
looking book.
Yeah.
Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely.
I keep on debating on grabbing the print on demand version myself. I keep on looking at it because it's $30 on Drive-Thru RPG. I almost grabbed it when I grabbed Cult of the Blood Gods, but I was like I don't know, but I probably will. Probably next time I grab a book off of there. But yeah,
Nice.
glad we are back. So where we left off, we all needed to discuss what's the next step for the pack. Grippa is here as well. Grippa is a part of the pack. I will be playing the role of Grippa for this evening. So, going forward, you're all at your cairn. Before you grace, you have your laptop with the details that you could need for whatever plan of attack you're going to be making next. Or if you are going to make a plan of attack, are you going to try to rid Birmingham of this guiding light group, or what next?
So Grace is gonna ask. So I've got pretty much all their stuff, and I trashed their system before. So what information do you want?
Where is Collier?
Oh, that's a thought. And now that she has the
He is
cipher and has
thought?
gotten into their encrypted information, can she break into the regular Collier?
Does he have OnlyFans?
I think you can look into that on your own time, Sergei.
You're right.
Grippa goes Collier,
Yeah.
Covington, Carson.
Carson.
She gets a steely gaze.
He owns the building that was the lab was in, and he is connected to all of this, and he was communicating with the doctor that was doing the experiments, and the doctor was the one going around like kidnapping all the Garou, and he's apparently very connected and was like running interference for stuff going on. And can you please take off those glasses?
And you'll stop with a run-on sentence.
Grippa was about to say, she's like, I was about to ask, do you carry those glasses wherever you go, Sergei?
I do not have to answer. I understand Fifth Amendment.
He just can't get enough of me. He needs to carry some in his pocket. Anyway. So yeah, that guy. And yeah, do you know anything about him? Like, we know he's a vampire leech, but
Yeah, as he was kind of what led me into learning about Guiding Light. I'd been tracking him a little bit. I was gonna bring info about him to the cairn when we were supposed to have our meeting last night, but I got nabbed before that could happen.
Oh, his assistant was kidnapped.
and like flayed or something.
Yeah, Rock was telling me about that, which, you know, couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
I mean, he was getting kidnapped while we were there. Just side note.
It wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe find this Carson before attacking Hart Brothers, or Hart Brothers could lead us to him.
Oh, then we replace him and attack vampire. I like.
Getting rid of the leeches around here is one closer step to having Gaia be a little bit happier.
Well, and he seems to know way more about Garou activity in the area than I would want a blood-sucking jerk to have. So we should eliminate him if possible, and at the very least, maybe find out where he's getting his information from, because that's not okay.
Not one bit. Where does your laptop say that we could hopefully find him?
Well, let me look. And given that she has already utilized that cipher on the coded information that she had before, she's learned a little bit about how their system and security works.
Mhm.
Can she try hacking the actual Collier, like the live Collier site again, instead of just the information that she had liberated?
Yeah. Very low difficulty. Go ahead and give me an intelligence computers. I know you use plug and play for the city systems. So go ahead and give me, yeah.
What was the diff?
Diff is going to be 4, which I know is low for you.
7 successes.
7 successes. Yep.
Cat.
You break on in and essentially go ahead and take a drink. There's a cat on air. You have before you seemingly his whole itinerary that you're getting into his personal schedulings and everything like that. You see that he had a meeting last night. He has a meeting tonight, but it doesn't say where or when. It's just that he has a meeting tonight. It didn't have a block set off for it, but immediately after that meeting, he's apparently leaving town. He's going to be leaving out of Hartfield Airport, which is a little area. It's a little rinky-dink airport that's near Montevallo, which is a town that has a liberal arts college in it. But it's in Shelby County. It's outside of Birmingham. It's small. It's discreet. And apparently he's leaving and he's going to New Orleans for some reason.
Okay. She will share that information and says, so if we want to get him here, we should do it before he leaves. Maybe we can snag him on his way to the airport. Or if we have a reliable connection to New Orleans, we let them know he's on his way.
Near where?
New Orleans?
Grippa kind of chuckles at that. She goes, New Orleans, yeah.
Okay.
She goes, that's not a bad idea. We could set up an ambush outside the airport.
Especially because, like, it's a little out of the way. Might be a little less, might be a little more discreet than storming, like, a high-rise or something.
We can get loud. She looks at Shuns and Diggs. You two all right with that?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. What do you think we should do? Because he's probably going to have heavy security detail on him, especially after everything that happened at the office building.
Could we seduce him? And Sergei looks over at Pretty Boy.
Who's just walking up now. He's rubbing his hands with a rag that he's putting in his bag and everything like that. He walks up and goes, huh? Who are we
Sergei
seducing?
was just offering you as never mind.
Offering me to do what?
What you do best?
Change license plates off of cars that have been boosted?
If that's what you'd like to call, yes.
Shuns, Diggs, what do you guys think would be a better course of action than seduction of a leech?
Oh, dear God, I'm not going to... No! Kenneth goes,
Look,
no!
he drank your blood. Who knows what happened?
He drinks my blood and he's going to go feral. Good God, man.
And then he killed the rest of them.
Jeez. Just being... Ugh. And he just, like, wanders off towards Rock, and he's like, ugh, no. Disgusting.
Do we have any idea where we can find this man?
have his itinerary.
Well,
Like-
that- where's a good place? Where do we think the best place to intercept him would be?
Looking at his itinerary, does she have an answer to that question, or
Okay,
can she
Sergei
add
have
something to his
idea.
itinerary?
Do we know which airplane he's going to get on?
Yeah.
What if we wait on airplane?
It's a Cessna small craft, 4-person plane. He's got his own private hangar at the
Can
Shelby
anyone-
Hartfield.
Grace is gonna say, can anyone fly a plane?
I might know someone.
Or she's gonna like say to the group at large, can anyone fly a plane?
Everybody kind of looks over at you, and then Kenneth goes, "I can fly a plane."
Right.
Well,
So-
I have ancestors that flew
Why
planes
don't
during
we-
Stalingrad.
Why don't we intercept him at the airport, at his hangar? We can potentially pretend to be the the maintenance crew.
Yeah.
And attack there.
I think that makes sense because, everyone ignores the maintenance crews. Everyone ignores the janitors. Everyone ignores the staff that are supposed to be there, especially snooty, stuck-up bloodsuckers.
Can you check to see if the staff is in his employ or?
Yeah, is it a private hangar? Is it
Well, he has a private hangar, but is it like on a public airfield where it's
It is a private hangar on a public airfield, so the staff that works here probably would not be his staff.
right? That's what that's what I wanted.
Yeah, though the security there will definitely be his.
Right.
Yeah.
At this point, Diggs is gonna sit up a little bit, and I don't know too much about what do you call them, airplanes or
Fly things in the sky.
hangars, but you don't hit a prey in its den, because that's where they're gonna be safest. You hit them when they're out in the open.
Oh, you attack a man's strength, where he least expects.
That's
Grippa, what do you think?
Grippa goes. Either way's fine. Why he's in transit, or we can wait for him at the hangar.
Perhaps while he's in transit is best on his way to the hangar. Grace, can you pull up what the most likely routes are?
Out of character question: how lethal are car crashes in this game?
That's a good question.
Because in Shadowrun, they're hilariously lethal.
And no one expects it.
And I just want to double check before we ambush a car.
It's pretty lethal for Immortal. Car crashes are. For a leech, not as much so. For a Garou, definitely not lethal. Grippa goes, the question is, if we hit him, are we hitting him hard and fast, or are we being subtle about this? Because if we're being subtle about this, I might need to go back to my place and grab Betsy.
Is that the rifle that was under your bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the car.
What all of my stuff did you grab?
What we thought we needed to rescue you.
Fair. So a sniper rifle, a grenade launcher that you conveniently lost.
I lost nothing. I was driving the car.
We didn't lose it. It's right here.
Go ahead and pull out. She goes, give.
But I like it.
Fine.
I mean, it's empty now, but
Fine, you can keep
Do you
it.
have more bullets for grenade launch?
I have more grenade rounds for it, yes. We'll have to go back to my hideout to grab the rest of my stuff, though, if you didn't grab them.
You can check my car,
I
but
think Hard and fast is our bread and butter.
Okay.
We're not
Yes.
we're not exactly quiet.
Also, it's probably best to put Leech down as fast as possible. Anyone
Yeah,
have
and are we gonna try
technique for
to?
taking down Leech?
Are we gonna try to like kill him, or just kidnap him and question him, or pass him off? Like what we gonna do once we have them? Because if we're gonna question him, we need somewhere to take him.
I
We
vote
have
kill.
empty hangars to keep him in.
I mean, killing is always a good option. One less leech in this world, but I feel like it'd be best in our best interest to learn as much as we can about that old forward operating base.
Before we take it out.
Yeah.
All right, so
Is
My
there
feeling-
anything we should know about vampire before we go in?
Don't let his teeth near your throat. Don't let him drink your blood. Don't let him look you in the eyes. Things of that nature.
Last one. Go. Expand on that.
Don't let him look in your eyes. Well, they're full of mind tricks. They can make you see things that aren't there. They can make you do things that you don't want to do. They can make you forget things. Sometimes they can go invisible. Sometimes they're very fast, very strong. It varies depending on which one is which. I've been doing some studies on them. Watching them from afar. Paying attention to their movements.
Good. So we fight like Medusa.
Yeah. You fight like Medusa. Oh, you're talking about Theseus. Yes. We fight like Theseus against Medusa.
okay, so my feeling is I think I agree with Shuns. We should get him on route. So where would Grace looking at? Because you said it was a little bit out of the way.
It's outside of
my
it's completely
assumption
outside of the
is-
city.
My assumption is there's fewer roads once you get closer
Mm-hmm.
and that sort of thing.
There's,
Um,
from what you can see, there's a couple of county roads, and there's the interstate that it runs right beside the airport. So you've got about 3 options. You got 3 county roads, and then you've got the interstate.
So there's 3 options. I as a player, have a question.
Okay.
We're predators. We're werewolves. We
Mhm.
hunt. Is there some way we can apply that instinct to this kind of puzzle?
Yeah, I mean, you've got Primal Urge as a talent. You've got Survival. The thing is, you know what he looks like. You know where he used to hang his hat. You can go and try to pick up his scent and see if you could follow him around. Because you know he has a meeting in the city someplace. You just don't know where or when. But you do know that he is leaving at midnight, around midnight, 1 a.m. So you could hang around the city where his known haunts are, and then see if you can pick up his scent. See if you can track him down that way. You can try and see if you can get close to Ian, his assistant, somehow.
The guy that's flayed and probably in a hospital?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm inclined to utilize some traffic cams
Mhm.
and put together a program to just sort of keep an eye out for him.
There's that, yeah.
Big Brother style.
Yeah, Big Brother style. And you've got 3 perfectly capable gentlemen here that are good with boots on the ground kind of stuff.
Give me his loot. Where would he have started from? I can try and track him from there.
Is there anything like that that might be helpful?
His office is in Regiment Harbors Plaza, but it's been exploded. You
True.
know that his foundation has a headquarters.
Can you track his cell phone? I assume you have that information on cell phone number.
I
Yeah.
can try.
Maybe we get during day.
I don't know, maybe. So what would you like me to do for that, sir?
You can go ahead and make a intelligence computer hacking check to see if you can utilize like the stuff that you have off of his website, like his Google Suite stuff that he has. It's not Google, but it's a similar platform to that, and a little bit more protected and encrypted. See if you can utilize that. See if you can get into his cell phone at all to track that and to ping it. Though if it's going to be a difficulty 6. And if you do utilize that a lot, there is a possibility that he can realize that he's being tracked.
5 successes?
5 successes. Okay. So it is yours. It is yours. The phone is yours. But do keep in mind, if you utilize it or if you keep it on tracked a little bit, that there's a high possibility that he might realize that it's being tracked or something.
Just quick, where is he right now?
Where is he right now?
Yeah, where's the phone right now?
So it's about noon-ish, 1 p.m. The phone is currently in Vestavia Hills, which is over the mountain. And it is in a fancier house, a nicer house, it seems. A manor of some sort.
Is it posh enough that could be where this guy likes to lay his dead head?
Potentially. It's pretty posh. It's southern posh. It's like new money southern posh. Yeah.
So she'll sort of blink in, find where he is, and blink out.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully if anyone like checks, it's like a blip.
Yeah.
She'll say, okay, so I don't want to do that too much because then they'll eventually find me. And we don't want that. So right now he is, and she gives address. That's where he is right now.
Grippa goes, it's the middle of the day. We can hit him right now. We could roll right up in there. Cause a scene. She pulls out a pistol from a side holster and like checks to make sure that it has ammunition.
As my ancestors say, oh, fuck the worm. Let's go.
Okay. Do you guys want me like here doing interferency stuff and finding info, or like what do you want me to do?
Grace. Grippa goes,
Yeah.
Grace. You're part of this pack. Why would you leave you here?
You are Garou.
Okay.
You handled yourself in the office building. Am I incorrect? And she looks at like Alex. Because did she handle herself in the office building?
Of course.
You can't keep your claws clean the whole time. Sometimes you have to get dirty like the rest of us.
Okay.
Diggs. Give me a perception and alertness check.
Okie dokie. Perception. Alertness. What am I looking for?
You got a difficulty of 5.
We got 3.
You hear a twig snap.
I turn.
It's about 600 feet away. Off the edge towards where there's a cliff, but you hear it. And you see a couple of the other Garou hear it as well. Alex, give me a perception alertness 6 difficulty. Sergei, you've noticed that it's gone quiet in the woods.
Crazy.
1 success. It never gets quiet in the woods. I need each of you to give me a... What would I do dodge with? Would it be athletics, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably
I would say
athletics.
Dex Athletics.
Yeah. I need each of you to give me a Dex Athletics check.
Lightning reflexes come into play here.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
What's the diff?
Diff is 5.
4 successes.
4 successes, heard.
Also for stupid 10s on exploding when I don't have a specialty.
Great. 8. Jesus.
Yep.
Well, this is literally his job, right?
Yep.
4 dex and 4 athletics.
You are like water. You are the saran wrap.
You are. Fuck, what's your name? You are Cora.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
Who got above?
I know, Diggs.
Who got above 5 successes? Shuns. You move fast. You get behind cover. As you all hear a thump, 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 thump. And then there's flash, 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 flash. As flashbangs go off in the woods. Alex, you get your head down enough. And you all hear gunfire. And you hear yelps from people. Diggs and Shuns, you can see almost in a semicircle pattern, like they'd come up from the cliff. You see that there are men making their way through the woods towards you in a half moon formation, and they're firing into the old Crow Moon tree area, the cairn area. What are each of you doing?
I'm gonna Can I tell if I'm visible to them?
You were able to drop to cover, so right now you are not. The rest of the pack are visible.
I'll shift to Lupus and start sneaking up on them.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a dexterity stealth check, please.
Sure.
As you go and you quick shift into your lupus form.
All right, so my dex is a 6 now.
Yep.
6. What's the diff?
The diff is going to be 5. Because it's the middle of the day.
So 6.
6 successes. You shift really quickly. And then you're able to start weaving your way between rocks and logs as you're seeing some of your fellow Garou being shot. And it seems like most of them are actual real bullets. You do see some of them getting hit. There's about with all of y'all included, there's about 19 to 20 of you. You do see some getting hit with tranquilizer darts, though. What are the rest of you doing? Grippa gets behind a rock and starts taking a firing position and shooting at one guy. You see her take a shot at one of the guys, and the bullet glances off of, like off of the armor, and like he comes right back, and there's just like a ricochet mark on his shoulder pad.
So Grace is gonna slam her laptop shut and like tuck it in her bag and try to get undercover.
Got it. Go ahead and give me a dexterity survival check.
I want to actually interrupt her.
Oh, okay.
I'll turn and look at Grace and Sergei. Follow me sideways.
Okay. What are you doing,
And
Diggs?
I'm gonna step sideways into the Umbra.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Let me do something here. Now, pardon me. What role does that entail to step sideways?
That is a Gnosis check.
A Gnosis check, that is correct. Perfect. My search engine on the...
We're at a cairn, so it should be a pretty low difficulty, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It definitely will be a low difficulty. Goodness. Search machine on this document is not doing great. But yeah, go ahead and give me that Gnosis roll here. Is it just Gnosis, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's just Gnosis. I want to use my mirror shades to lower that diff, and I want to lead the way for Grace and Sergei.
Yeah.
I've probably got the best Gnosis, and if we can do this fast, we can pop instantly sideways and try and circle around behind these guys.
Yep.
So.
Got it. All right. Yeah. So go ahead and make that roll there. It's going to be difficulty 3 because it's the Cairn.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Hold on, because this is going to be silly.
Yeah.
So my mirror shades make the gauntlet 2 lower than it normally would be.
So it's difficulty 1.
So it's difficulty 2
Difficulty 2.
because ones are all.
Oh, ones are yeah, exactly, yeah. So difficulty 2, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good looking out. That's right, mirror shades. Yeah. Jeez, Louise.
Yeah, so we've got 5 successes to go sideways. I need 3 for it to be instant.
Yeah. So immediately, and you're bringing those 2 with you. You 2 are following right behind Diggs. You pull yourself through, and it feels instantaneous. And Sergei, you feel yourself welcomed in through. It's like they've been wanting you to be here for a while.
It's like returning to the womb.
And everything here feels like you put a saturated filter on it. It's here. It's your cairn. But it's cleaner. And it's more vibrant. And it smells just perfect. But tainted somehow. And you can hear pops going off around you, but they sound like if you've ever been in an area where there's a lot of gunfire sometimes, just occasionally at night or other times, but it sounds different. It sounds like firecrackers going off, but 5 blocks away. And you're seeing things float and move. And you can see images, silhouettes, outlines, and some of them are burning red of these tainted entities. Where are you 3 moving?
Well, first I would like to shift to Krina's farm
Go ahead and make that roll.
before I forget.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
I'm also going to shift.
to
Roll
Kratos.
2 7s. I think that's 2 success. What I needed.
Yep. It's difficulty 6.
Yeah.
Oh, first, take off the.
Gotta make sure you take off the good old
Again, I am
tracksuit.
not buying another one of these.
Yeah. They're very expensive.
Yeah.
Um,
4 successes.
4
there
successes.
you go.
Perfect.
And
2 successes. Perfect.
Yeah.
As
And I
all
will-
3 of you get into that war form, as each of you grow in size and ripple with muscle and the bones crack and reform in place, and you're ready for war.
Yeah, and I'll if I can, I'll start leading them to where I remember seeing these guys.
I mean,
Excellent.
can't we see them right now?
You can see their silhouettes, their outlines. That you can see the taint almost in
Can
them.
Can we see which taint is worst, or if anyone is making like gesticulating leadership motion?
Do any of them look giant enough to be either of those guys?
I was about to say, in the back of this line, you can see it's almost like radiation. Almost if you had a Geiger counter for worm taint, it would be going off. And you can see this massive hulking figure that's walking in, armored up, and seems to have a minigun in hand.
That guy. He was either in the lobby or the person that grabbed Gerpa.
Go ahead and give me a perception alertness, Grace.
Difficulty?
Let's make it 4.
3
You're an
successes.
You smell and you feel something. He's not the only one here. There's another one. And you can kind of see down the ridge far off, slowly working his way down. Another one. Another large one.
And that guy.
Mm-hmm. Seems that there's two of them.
They're both here.
Where are you making your way? I know you said you're making your way behind the line.
If Grace is pointing that out, I'll go towards the one that's down the ridge, and I'll
We should
leave.
stick together. Also, me and Grace may not be able to step back.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
Yeah. It might be stuck if
That's
you
fair.
don't
They
split
are
up.
haunted.
Yeah.
All right.
I have Gnosis of Tool.
As
Yeah,
as Sergei, as you're kind of moving through and following behind Diggs, you can feel almost tiny little hands grabbing at your heels, wanting you to just stay here.
Oh, no, thank you. I have important things. I will be back.
Yeah, I will lead us to the first big guy then.
We want to try doing a pack tactic,
I'm for it.
like Fur Gnarl, which I think removes armor.
Yes, it does. Yeah. So you start making your way through. Go ahead and give me a dexterity and stealth. As even though you're in the Umbra, you kind of have a sense that something's watching you here. There's something in this part of the woods. Difficulty 4.
All of us?
Yes, all three of you. They're in the Umbra.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Also 3.
3.
2.
2 successes. All right, excellent. I'll hold on to those 3, 3, and 2. Alex, you're sneaking
Yeah.
through. Where are you making your way? You can notice the big guy with the minigun that's walking his way up. Some of your fellow Garou have shifted into Krynos, and they're combating. What's strange about these guys is that though some of them are getting ripped apart, there are some others that are way better outfitted, and they're actually toe-to-toe with some of these guys. With some of your Garou. And they're like
Okay.
holding their own. Because they're splitting up. There's a lot of these guys here in the woods. There's got to be close to like 50 of them in these woods that are moving. It's kind of impressive how they were able to move that quietly and sneak up on all of you without being noticed. And it seems like they're keeping like 3 to each Garou and Krynos, and they're moving fast and they're moving affected, almost like they have something helping them in a way.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna, since I guess I'll try to get behind one of the big ones,
Okay.
and if I can do that, then get up on them, and I'm gonna try to hamstring them.
Okay. As you're going to sneak up towards the one that you see coming up with a minigun, and you see him, he's like starting. He's getting ready to fire. You hear a. It seems like this one's trying to get away, eh? And you look over to your left, and you see a guy with burly arms covered in tattoos. He doesn't have like anything else. He just has his arms showing, and he's got like a
Kano?
vest on, and he's got a. It looks like a gun that has 4 prongs on it, and you can see a coiled net in it. And he's got it aimed at you. Go ahead and give me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, my assumption is I'm going to dodge out of the way,
Okay.
and it.
Definitely. Okay. So go ahead and give me a dexterity athletics roll, please.
All right. What's the diff?
The diff is going to be. I'm about to figure it out right now.
Okay.
It is going to be a 5.
Diff 5. Okay. So I've got 6 successes.
Ooh, just narrowly missed it. As he goes to fire, and you kind of linger a little bit, trying to lull him into a false sense of like he's got you, and at the last moment you whip your body around and he fires on it, and this net springs forth and it hits the rock that you were kind of moving around, and it seems to be like a steel or silver wire net, and it grips and it starts tightening, and it's got like these mechanized motors on it, and it starts tightening on this rock, and you hear him go, "Oh, fuck." And he drops the net, and he's going for a sidearm. Go ahead and roll an attack for me there. Big
Yeah,
guy.
so I'm going to, as I'm running up to him, I shift into Hispo. And
Okay.
I'm just down on that arm, and I'm going to rip it off.
Woo! All right, go ahead and give me that, give me dexterity brawl there for him, Big Chief.
It's difficulty for a bite of 5. Now, is damage increased by successes? I forget.
Yes, damage does increase by
You still have to roll damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
7 successes.
Yeah.
And that's on a bite here.
Yeah, so right now it's doing strength plus 3, so it's looking like base 9 plus any successes I have.
Okay, yeah. God damn it. Yeah, as this guy is going for his sidearm, he goes, and you change into Hispo, like you leap and you get into a bigger dog. Essentially, you go from dog into a bigger dog. He goes, "Oh, sweet mother of God." And then you go and you grab his arm, and he goes, "Oh, fucking help, it's got my arm." And then you start, like, you do the dog pulling out on a Kong toy, like playing with a rope toy on this guy, except the arm socket is not as strong as you think. And you go ahead and you hear a sickening pop and a squish, lip shits, as you pull this guy's arm out of socket, and it tears a little bit.
Did
He's
he
dead
die?
now.
And you see a couple of other guys turn and look at you. And one of them has a net gun as well. And another one has a SPAS 12 shotgun as well.
I'm going to try to intimidate the guy with the... Like, I'm going to try to intimidate them using just the fact that I'm in Hispo, and I've got their buddy's arm in my mouth.
Okay, go ahead and... I love this. This is fantastic. Oh, that's right. Okay. Also, in Hispo, you get +1 die to bite damage. I need to keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
that's why I had base 9.
Base 9, yeah. Okay, go ahead and give me a... let's make it a... Do you think strength would be good in this point? Strength intimidation?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go strength. Let's go strength intimidation.
All right. What is the diff? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Let's go diff 5.
6.
6. As you slowly, as you hear, like, you see them turn, and you slowly turn, and the guy is screaming, and there's like blood kind of shooting out of his arm and everything, and he's screaming, and you put your big, massive wolf paw on his face and shove his face into the ground, and it's kind of, his screams are muffled by your paw, and you just kind of do a low growl while you've got this arm in your mouth, and you kind of bite down, and it bites in half and falls on the other side of your mouth, and you see the other guys, and the one with the shotgun starts slowly backing up and raising it to kind of cover fire, and the one like almost gets ready to panic fire with the net, and then you see a glabro-formed Kenneth, or Krenos-formed Kenneth, pretty boy. And you do notice he is actually kind of pretty even when he's in Krenos form, but he's got the ripped like tatters of a very nice like button-down shirt, and his calves are bursting through his Italian cut tailored pants and everything, and he just leaps on the guy with the net gun and just starts tearing into him. And the guy with the Spots 12 shotgun drops it and just turns tail and runs. And you smell urine in the air. Let's cut to our other three.
So, do we start seeing these worm shapes winking out of existence?
Yeah, you start seeing that, like, you see, like, a lot of, like... So what's interesting is... So there's a couple things that you notice here in the Umbra, and also you start to notice as well, Alex, is that these guys, they're moving, and there's, like, these wires that are attached to them. And it's specifically the ones with these net guns. And so you're seeing a lot of these guys wink out. A lot of these worm-tainted shapes wink out. But Alex, you notice that a lot of the Garou that have been hit with a net, and it's like this like constricting like silver net on them, and you can hear the yelping. They take this like this clip that's attached to this wire, and they attach it to the net, and it starts dragging them through the woods, through the forest, this wire, to a point that's over towards by the cliff. But you move, and then you feel a presence kind of pass over the three of you while you're in the Umbra, almost like a goose has stepped over your grave, and you kind of look up, and you see... It looks like a crow for a minute, or a raven. A giant raven kind of pass overhead, and it squawks, and then it winks out. But you all three make your way past behind enemy lines. What are y'all doing?
Well, I do think that we should
Diggs,
go
what
for...
the fuck was that?
Do I know what that was? I mean, I have an assumption on what it is, but...
You can go ahead and roll me an intelligence or wits and occult or enigmas.
Can I also roll that?
Yes, you can.
What's the diff?
The diff is 5.
Does cool-headed count?
I would probably not in this situation.
Okay.
I got 5 successes.
4.
5 successes and 4. There are entities in the Umbra, as you know. Spirits that pass over. Things that are not very kind to anything that doesn't exactly belong, some would say. Wholly belong to the area. And while you probably don't know exactly which or what that one is, that's definitely what it is in a way. It's something that dwells around this area. And it doesn't seem very pleased. And it's hunting.
So we should get the fuck out of the Umbra.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to go try and rescue the other Garou who are getting dragged away, or do we want to go after the other big guy?
I personally think we should go after the other big guy.
I was
sounded
down
like
for
he was-
rescuing, but
Where does it look like the big guy who was coming up, where does it look like he was going?
Seems like he was walking right up towards the tree. He's slowly walking his way up towards the tree, kind of waiting. He's not paying attention to any... Yeah.
by the way, let's kill him.
Yeah, I don't want him to get close to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna lead us back over there and then lead us through so we can ambush this guy.
Perfect.
Who would like to lead the ambush on him?
I guess let me do it because I'll be popping through first.
Okay.
So,
And we were discussing in our private chat using a pack tactic.
Yeah, I did see that, yes.
Okay.
yeah, this one's kind of fitting. I think we're gonna use Savage,
Ooh.
sometimes called the dog pile by Bone Gnars.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, and that's on page 300, correct?
Yes, sir.
We call it
Alright.
infantry swarm.
Yep. It's the Zerg offense. For those that play StarCraft. Yeah. Sometimes called the so yeah. So you're gonna go ahead and give me that pop roll. It's very
Yep.
easy. Yeah, difficulty 2.
I got 6 successes on that one.
Excellent. All right. And you all pop through behind that guy. And when you turn, or like when you pop through, he kind of sniffs a little bit. You can see him sniff. And he's got a look about him. He's got a bad feeling about him. And when you can he turns and he's big. He's about 7 foot, 7.5 foot tall. And he's got bald head and he's got pointed ears. And you realize that like this like face mask that he was wearing on him is covering up his face. And you can see poking through parts of his armor that he's wearing that's silvered. He's got little bone spikes coming through.
Ugh.
A little bit. And you can
That's
see
gonna be
on his
nasty.
forehead, he's got a slash, and then a spiral in the middle of his forehead. And you can't see it really, but you can kind of feel like he's smiling once you pop through. But he just stands and waits for you. So you're going to go ahead and do a pack tactic
Yep.
savage. Savage. So I need each of you to give me a strength plus athletics roll as you all three leap on him. It's like a sweep and tackle maneuver. The difficulty is going to be... There's 3 of you, so difficulty 7.
I'm going to
I
spend
thought
a
that difficulty was
willpower.
for them to resist.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's for them to resist. Okay, perfect. Yes. As you all jump, yeah. So okay. So go ahead. Yeah, each of you give me a strength athletics roll as you all 3 jump on him. And he's got difficulty 7 because there's 3 of you.
And what is our difficulty?
Your difficulty, since he's just standing there, is 4. And he seems almost gesturing to you as come here.
So 3 successes.
3 successes. Oh my god.
7.
I also got 7.
As just all 3 of you just leap on top of him and just a mass of fur and fang jump on top of this massive body, and he almost falls down and allows you to just like take him. As you all body on top of him, what are you doing as you're on top of him?
I think we're biting the shit out of them.
Okay,
Well, you
Biting,
said there was
clawing,
a
tearing.
lot of armor on him.
there is.
How much is
If-
on his face?
If there's any like joints to the armor, I'd like to try to sort of work my teeth into those.
Perfect. Now there is a tactic called fur gnarl, right?
We considered that as opposed to
Okay.
savage.
But we only
Okay.
get one.
You
Because
only get
of
one,
someone's
that's right.
gnosis.
Yep. Okay, perfect. All right, go ahead and give me a dexterity brawl there, Grace. Hold on rolling it though, real quick. 'Cause I
Okay.
might have to have you roll something else.
Okay.
I'm just looking at my options here. Okay.
Yeah, my assumption is Grace is. She knows she's not the baddest dog in the pack, so she's used to having to think about it a little more, or has to rely on other stuff as opposed to just straight up.
Listen, great.
Brute
Trick is
strength.
to twist his dick off. Give him the old dick twist.
Twist his dick. Dude, this is an MMA fight, dude.
You guys are all such dudes.
Yes.
Well, yes.
I mean,
Okay.
you married me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to need each of you to give me a dexterity athletics check. As you can feel him kind of moving around and rustling underneath the dog pile that you have on top of him.
I had 2 10s, so they're going to explode now.
Difficulty is 7. Sorry.
I got 4.
4.
Hey, Rose, do you have a specialty in Dex or athletics?
No.
That they don't explode.
Oh, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me re-roll that then. I apologize.
Not to keep copying Sergei, but I also got 4.
4.
Sergei is trendsetter. Soon you'll be wearing tracksuit.
2 successes.
I might have one under here somewhere.
Okay. I need each of you
Fuck.
to take 2 points of aggravated damage. As when you're all dogpiled on top of this guy, you feel a sharp, searing pain as spines and barbs grow out of his body, almost like a porcupine into
Do we
each
need to
of
soak?
you. You can soak if you need to, but it hurts and it feels bad.
Not silver, is it?
His bones?
It's just kind of wormy.
Bones. It's wormy. It's wormy. It's not silver. Quite.
Difficulty is
Quite.
6 or 5 or.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm good
Difficulty
then.
is 6.
I got 4 successes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Able to soak.
Remind me how that would work.
You roll your stamina.
Yep.
And don't forget your stamina is increased because you are in Krynos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Increased by what, please, sir?
3.
3.
Great.
Awesome.
Yep.
Go to your second page where it should all be written.
Yep.
What was the diff? I'm sorry.
6.
6. Then that is 3 successes.
So that's 4, 3, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, yeah, y'all are able to soak. All right. Let's go back to Alex. You've got Kenneth that looks over at you, and he goes, "Go, I got you covered." And you see him tearing into another guy that was trying to move up on the side of you. You've got a clear path to the big guy with the minigun, who is 1 second. So yeah, sorry. But you got a clear path to the big guy with the minigun, and he's getting ready. He's got it set up. It's just him carrying it. I'm not gonna make it like it's a Resident Evil game where he's able to hold it and just like mow it down. He's setting it up on a stand and everything, and he's got a box that he's setting it up beside.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna stay in his bow, and I'm gonna try to run up and hamstring that guy like I wanted to do the other guy. Like I wanted to do from the get-go before I was so rudely interrupted by that other guy.
Perfect. Give me a dexterity athletics at since he's busy setting up something. Difficulty 5.
I should know that. Oh no, it's not 8 dice. It's 10 dice because my dex is up by 2.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. You go and you start running, and you're this big lumbering wolf, and you're running towards him, and he turns and sees you at the last minute, and he just goes, "No doggy," and he goes to like maneuver like he was expecting somebody to sideswipe him, but you've done this enough times that you know that somebody's going to try to do a maneuver on you, so you've alternated that, and you go and you slash through and nip him with one of your fangs on your paw on the hamstring, like you were planning.
I'm biting him.
Oh, you're biting him? Okay, so you just grab him.
Yeah, I just grab his leg and rip out tendons and everything else.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll that damage for me there.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
So
You got like 18 dice there, bud?
Yeah.
I was like 18 dice to roll
That's Dex Brawl difficulty 5. If I'm,
to hit him.
Yep.
So 10
Damage
dice.
is just
Oh, that's a
strength.
maneuver roll. Yeah, it's strength plus. Yeah. What? Yeah. Strength plus 1. Yeah.
Plus the bite, plus...
Yeah.
All right, I'm so confused now.
Sorry, I was looking at the brawling chart here.
All right, so did I hit him or?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you definitely hit him because you got 9 out of 10. Yes.
All right, so 9 successes. He didn't dodge, plus my base 9, so I have 18 dice for damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the diff is 6 on damage?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Alright.
Got enough dice there? Or are you doing shifts?
Yeah, I'm doing shifts. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. So 7 so far.
Mm-hmm.
The three of us are trying to kill the other guy.
Meanwhile, Shuns is just grabbing this guy's foot tendon and ripping it up through his asshole.
What used to be his ass.
10, 11 successes for damage.
Ooh.
And it's aggravate.
Yeah, 11 ag.
11 ag.
Ugh. You just fucking grab his ankle and you just fucking, you like grab it and you pull him up and you feel a snap and a quick as you just rip the leg off and you sling it up and you don't want it in your mouth real quick because it tastes just nasty and awful. And you like flip it up and it goes flying through the air and you see black blood and ichor just like splatter on the leaves and sizzle a little bit. And there's a scream, an unholy scream comes from the mouth of this thing as it's out on the ground, and you can see it kind of wriggling and writhing, and it looks at you, and I need you to make me a... 1 second.
He's not dead?
Them leeches die hard. Gotta bleed them.
I need you
Where's
to...
the daytime?
I need you to make me
fair.
At difficulty 7, I need you to make me a dexterity athletics roll, please. As you see him as he's screaming, and then he starts pulsating a little bit. And he's looking at you, and he's screaming, but he's also laughing.
7?
7? Yeah, difficulty 7.
No, I mean I rolled 7
Oh,
successes.
you rolled 7 successes, and you immediately you know when something starts laughing, but also crying and screaming and pulsing a little bit. You know best to back off a little bit. As you see, ichor start coming from its orifices, and then a cloud kind of pops out from it. And it makes like this noxious kind of fume kind of cloud that drifts around it. And you see that there's a wolf that was busy tearing into somebody's throat beside you. Get close to it and he starts like howling a little bit. And you see the fur on the wolf that gets touched by this cloud starts burning away from it. And it looks like it has a chemical burn on it. And it starts howling a little bit and then like limping away. But it gets out of the cloud and that cloud just kind of moves into the trees, and you see the leaves that it hits start dying. Old Diggs, Grace, and Sergei, what are you doing as you've all taken bone barbs to each of you, but you're still on top of your guy? And he's laughing, and you can hear him, and it sounds like it's in Russian, which Sergei you can understand, and it says, "Stupid doggies. Mincemeat for me."
Yeah, I think the plan here is since we didn't crush him to death.
Let me introduce you to a fun American Thanksgiving tradition called wishbone. Difficulty 4. Everybody use teeth.
Not just a salad dressing.
Yep. So for a wishbone, each of you grab the foe by an extremity or two. You each have to roll a dexterity brawl. It starts at 6 and drops by 1 for each Garou involved in the attack, so that means it's difficulty 3. Yeah.
I'm spending willpower.
Excellent. So go ahead and give that a roll.
That is 6 successes.
6 successes?
What's our do?
3.
3. It
5
starts at
successes.
6. Now I want to say, this maneuver starts at 6, but it's like a wishbone thing, so it should start higher. I just want to say it should start at a maximum of
It's
10.
way better than the pack tactic we tried.
Yeah. It should
really
start
is.
at 10 and be brought down by each Garou involved. But, so, Sergei, what are you grabbing?
I grab leg.
You grab leg. Diggs, what are you grabbing?
I'll grab the other leg.
You grab the other leg. Grace, what are you grabbing?
I want to go for his head.
Yeah!
Ah!
That's the barrel!
Hey! So, and I know I should have been hitting this, but I'm going to go ahead and hit this because we're going to have fun with this one. Each of you grab it, and you can hear it start going, no, niet, niet, niet,
Ah!
niet. And you each grab a piece of him, and you have him ready to pull. Alex, you've gotten yours down, seemingly. He's bled out of an ichor, and you see that some of the shooters that have attacked are starting to run away. Some of them are still trying to pull these wolves, and they're pulling slowly. It's not like a quick pull cord or anything like that. They've got these fighting wolves, and they're hitting trees and stuff, but you see them, they've got about 5 of these wolves that they're pulling in these net contraptions. What are you doing?
I'm gonna start breaking them out.
Perfect. Go ahead and just give me a quick dexterity brawl. It's going to be a difficulty, so there's 5 of those. It's going to be difficulty 7.
Hey, no.
Niet.
My cat just found my dice.
Ooh.
Nice. And I'm sorry, you said the diff was
7.
1, 2,
This will determine how many of you get in this one action.
7.
And you got 7 successes?
Yes.
Fucking A, man.
I'm on 10 dice.
Yeah,
Really well.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. You go ahead and you start bounding through it, and you grab one, and you cut through the cables. And luckily, unlike the nets, these
I wasn't
cables,
gonna touch the
yeah,
nets.
these cables aren't silver. So lucky for you, they're not silver. They're just like the normal cables that you would see on like a construction site that they're pulling any kind of heavy machinery or on a crane or something. And you just grab your massive jaws and you just go and grab and snap 1, 2, 3, and you're moving, and it's almost like if you've ever seen Princess Mononoke, if you see Moro running through the woods and like bounding through, and you're just like you've knocked over a couple of trees because you're like moving so fast, and you're snapping through, and there's one last one, and it's getting pulled towards the edge of the cliff, and you're running up, and you slide, and you grab it in the last moment, and you snap your jaws into it right before it goes over the edge of the cliff. And you look down below and you see there are these Humvees, but they're like, not really Humvees, but they're like APCs, armored personnel carriers. And you see that there's rappel points where these guys have like fast roped up. It seems like they have like some kind of attachments and stuff. And you see that they have like, there's these like 4 APCs down on the ground. And you look, and to describe the doctor from before, Dr. Kane before, he looked kind of like Richard Grant and Logan. Very much that like evil doctor. I'm wearing like, I'm wearing a nice suit, but I've got a lab coat over it and everything like that, until he got ripped apart by Sergei. You see that very same doctor again, but he looks different. He looks malformed. He looks putrescent. He looks awful, as one of his arms are bigger than the other one, and you can see these like tubes coming off of him almost into his back, and he's standing and staring up at you, and he pulls out a set of binoculars, and he looks up at you, and he just starts laughing, but you can barely hear it because he's so far down. He's about like, I would say about 100 feet down. But you just hear like you can see him making a chuckle motion. You 3, you've got a head and 2 legs. It's your next action. I'm guessing you're pulling, aren't you?
Yeah.
I could try to roll and soak for this guy, but it would not matter. As each of you start pulling and pulling and pulling, and you hear a tear from in the middle, and Grace, you're pulling too, and the head pops off easily, just like that.
Yeah,
you
and she is not shy about clamping down tight
Mhm.
when she goes for that. So it sucks. hard.
and you can hear the niet cut off, but you can still hear the mouth. You can feel the mouth moving.
Das Vidanya.
And Sergei and Diggs pull, and right down the middle, you split this guy open, and black ichor just hits the ground, and it smells awful. And it seems, Sergei, Diggs, heads or tails?
Heads.
I was gonna say tails because Grace got the head.
Okay. Oh. Sergei, it seems like you got the longer end as you split this guy right down the middle
Aw.
and you wishbone him right down to.
Sergei gets the wish.
I wish that this foul blood doesn't taint our cairn.
Good wish.
And as you all look up from your kill, you see that it seems that those that have not been ripped or eviscerated by Garou are now routed and they're running through the forests. And some of the Garou that have fought them off successfully are chasing after them. It seems that though it was sudden and vicious, you have successfully defended your cairn. Alex, are you doing anything when you see that guy standing up and as he sees some of the guys running down the hill towards him?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay.
So
Why do you
said-
ask these things?
He starts moving towards the APC that he was beside to get inside of it.
You said I knocked over a few trees, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so as I move over to one quickly,
Okay.
I shift into Krynos and just pick it up,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
I just hurl it down the thing at that APC.
Got it.
Hoping you'd Gaber toss it.
Yeah. Gave or toss it, exactly. Go ahead and give me a strength and athletics roll.
All right, so I'm rolling 11 dice. So what does that mean?
11 dice.
That's a lot of dice.
That's a lot of dice. I mean, it's 100 feet down. You've got the higher ground. Just for posterity's sake,
we have the high ground.
you had the high. He has the high ground. Before you didn't, but now you do. Just go ahead and roll it for me. It's going to be a difficulty 7. Let's go ahead and just see, just in case.
2, 3,
You gotta spend willpower.
5. I've got 5. 5 successes.
You go and you pick it up and you aim between your thumb and your finger, your giant Krynos finger, and you javelin throw it down. Before he's about to get into the APC, he's opened up the door. And you go, and were you aiming for him? Or are you aiming for the APC?
Like his area, the APC, like it's a tree.
Yeah. It's a tree. But let's just say for shock value a little bit, you go ahead and you toss it, and the APC he's about to get in, it goes right through it. It like goes in through like the top little hatch, and like just there's enough force onto it that it goes right through it, and he like steps back and he stands, and he looks up at you, and you're just standing there bristling, full of muscle, and he sighs. And he goes over to another APC and he reaches into the window and he grabs a thing, like it seems like a mouthpiece or whatever, and you hear a crackle over a loudspeaker. And he goes, "We could keep on trying this. You could try to throw more of your trees up there at me. I could hurl more men at you. There would be many deaths. But eventually you would acquiesce to my demands and my needs. I have the power of money and God on my side. What do you have? Fur, fang?"
Is there like a rock near me or another tree?
Yeah, there is.
boulder.
Yeah, there is.
I just grab it and I just hurl it at him this time.
Okay, go ahead and give me that roll again. That same exact roll.
All right.
I would like to do a thing while he's doing that.
Difficulty 7. You three are walking up as he's doing that.
Oh, I'm howling.
Oh, you're howling? Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
doing the Song of Mockery.
Oh my god. Go ahead and read that to me.
This time I got 7.
Yeah, 7? Alright. We'll make that the difficulty.
What do you have?
I have a fucking rock.
I'm gonna fucking rock.
We have the
jabroni.
bones of the mother, thank you. Bones of Gaia.
7, 8. Okay. You shot put this fucking rock at him. And just near miss. Just a near miss. You got 8. But just a near miss as he steps back from it. He goes, all right, I understand. I've made the mistake in coming here. I have learned my lesson. And he just whistles. And he turns and he walks back into the woods. What's your
And so
song?
here, the Song of Mockery is not a howl in its own right. It's a more of a pitch, a sort of sarcastic tone. It is the equivalent of an obscene gesture given alongside a speech.
Okay, let's see. Song of Mockery. Is this in the book?
Yeah, on page 61 in the PDF.
61 in the PDF? Okay. Okay, I've got it, yeah.
I'm basically just giving him the finger.
Yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead.
how?
Go ahead and roll a. Go ahead and roll charisma
Stamina and
performance
empathy.
for me. Yeah. Oh, empathy. Yeah. Go ahead. Go for it.
Stamina and empathy for the beast. The call of the
Yeah.
I think I did before.
Yeah. Go ahead and stamina and empathy for me.
Will this actually do anything to
No,
him, or is it
no,
just
no, no,
satisfying?
No, the other Garou will think it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Difficulty?
Difficulty is 4.
7 successes. I'm using Call the Wild.
Yeah.
That is.
As another earth-shattering howl.
No. It is not the entire Earth. It is at least the continent of the United States and Canada.
Yeah. As North America systems, countrywide, have a blip on them for a moment. As you hear what seems like a guttural wolf howl. Sounds like Seth Rogen laughing, but a wolf doing it. As this guy fades into the forest with his toys broken up behind him. All of you standing on the cliff. And you kind of look over and yes, ho ho ho, now you have a minigun too. That is where we're going to call this episode. I'm going to have to throw something a little bit more challenging at y'all next time. Damn old werewolves.
You could just let us actually finish our plan next time.
That's true. Yeah, I could.
Oh man, those Iron City guys would be like, wait.
Go ahead and give me, you've got 3 more XP. And let me go ahead and double check here, and we'll go ahead and handle Renown as well, since I got you all
Let's
here.
start buying other clans gifts. I want to be really fast, like a Silent Strider.
Boom, here we go. Systems and drama. All right. All 4 of you, for defeating a powerful supernatural threat, you each get 3 glory.
Gives me a permadot.
For helping guard a cairn, you each get 1 honor. For helping to prevent a cairn from being overrun by the worm, you get 3 glory and 4 honor, each of you.
Yo! I have the dot of both.
Boom.
I'm here.
That is what you have recently.
That wisdom's hard to come by.
That wisdom, yeah, you gotta do some research on that. You gotta go lore diving for that wisdom.
So I now
need to-
have a dot of glory, and I am 1 away from a dot of honor.
Oof.
So,
Yeah.
Grace is the closest to rank 2 of all of us.
Yeah,
It's
that-
hilarious.
It's that one permanent dot in wisdom that I need.
Dude,
I'm
I
Grace.
need
I want
2.
infinite grenade launcher ammo.
I really do. Except you know, it'll be fun. Like I can hack and shoot things. I mean, I can shoot things already, but I can shoot things with unlimited ammo.
Oh yeah, well I can howl really loud.
Oh yeah, ghost bullets. I've got ghost bullets. All right, I would like to thank all of you for joining us this evening. Another great installment of Rage Across Birmingham. I would like to thank all these 4 lovely people, these lovely human beings for playing along with me. As you can see, I got each of their info down below me. They interact all the time on Twitter. Go ahead and give them a follow, or don't. If you don't use Twitter, it's fine. They're all lovely human beings. Thank each of you so much. Do any of you have any announcements or anything you got to announce? Anything like that coming
Apply
up?
for the heart game. It'll be fun.
Apply for the heart game. It was dropped in the chat here. I'm going to be retweeting it as well. So there's that. Anybody else?
Not right now.
I'm good, bro.
Keep your eyes peeled for VHC. Check out thirsttrapmothman.threadless.com. Go and check out so you can get Awooski shirts, Moonshiner shirts, Rage Across Birmingham shirts.
Iron City by Night.
Iron City by Night.
Raider.
Go ahead and check out the Discord. I dropped a link there. Check out the YouTube where all of our episodes will be. And I hope you all have...
Watch Iron City tomorrow night.
That's right. Watch Iron City. Yeah.
We're
Watch...
gonna eat Aaron at some point.
You know it's gonna happen. It's the finale.
It's the finale. It's just a random wolf coming out of the wings.
Although they're like 2 weeks ahead of us, so it's probably not gonna
It's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work. Shuns comes out of nowhere, does an RKO on
Literally just
on
kills
Aaron.
everyone in the state.
Does an RKO off the top of a building, and it's shattering the state of Alabama splits in half.
He drops as a human and then shifts halfway down. Like, it's awesome.
Excellent. Well, before we go, let me go ahead and see who is streaming. I don't know if Gehenna Gaming is still going on right now. Does anybody know? I'm looking right
I think
now.
they're done. They're not showing up in my sidebar.
Yeah, they started a little bit earlier before us. Vancouver by Night has some guests going on. Yeah, let's
Off
go
the
ahead.
table. He's doing Otterthon.
Oh, Off the Table is doing Honorathon. That's right. Let me see here. There's also Persephone is streaming as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and show some love to her. Send her some love her way. She's playing Hades right now, which is always a good time. So let's go ahead and show some love there. We're going to go raid, if that's fine. Boom. All right. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Do not forget, comfort comes soon. Awooski!